Hey, mini bike friends, it's Dan Brzezowski with Ray Macrina, right, Ray?
Yeah, right.
And we're here at the mini bike swap meet in Belleville, Michigan. And Ray is one of the godfathers of mini bikes. As you all know, Little Indians were some of the first mini bikes out there. And we're going to talk to Ray today about what mini bikes, Little Indians, he really liked the best, and so on and so forth. But right here, what do we have here, Ray?
Well, that's number 130. We built 10 the first year, 100 the second year, and so that's into the third year. That's the oldest one we've ever found.
That's okay. So that's the oldest one you've got found. So this is the third year into it. You did 130 mini bikes that year, you're saying?
No. 10 the first year.
10 the first year.
100 the second year. So that's 110.
Okay.
And then this was into the third year.
Into the third year? You don't know how many you had at that time?
No, I believe it was 200 or 300.
200 or 300? Okay. And you guys were having that hand bent, right? The tubing was hand bent or no?
We did it. Well, we had a bender for it.
Yeah, a bender, right. But it wasn't hydraulic, correct?
No.
That's what I'm saying, the old days. And so you had, what else? You had a Clinton motor on the first ones?
Yes, we did. We used those until Briggs & Stratton came along.
Okay.
And then many of these here are Briggs & Stratton.
Kind of like that one right there?
Yeah.
Now, did you like that 67 mini bike?
He put a 5-horse on it. We never used those for years.
Yeah. Did you like the Clinton engines when you were using them?
Yeah, but that was a 2-cycle. You had to add oil to the gas.
Yeah. Okay. So in mini bikes, people don't know, but they were really small like that when they first came out, weren't they?
Yes.
Just little like pit bikes. Yeah. So out of all these here, what else do you know about some of the Little Indian? What you do or don't like? Any of these other ones?
Well, they're all different. I don't see an original other than this in here is an original.
That's about as close as an original that you got.
Yeah.
That's a 61, right?
Yes, that's what he says.
Okay, and what was your first year of
59.
59. I was born in 1959, Ray. You're making mini bikes the year I was born.
Yeah.
So, but you remember this frame over here too, though? That one?
Yeah, I can remember. I touched that one, I think, at the time.
At the time? Okay. Yeah, there you go. And what about any of these others?
Well, I touched all those.
All those?
Yeah.
Now, did you guys run a standard color for them at the time?
No,
or different colors? Or?
We changed colors every year.
Every year? Now, did you like them when they were smaller or when they got larger?
Well,
the frames.
Well, this is my favorite because that's what we began with.
Okay, so this is your favorite.
Yeah, but then we got into the larger ones.
Yeah.
And this one down here is one of my favorites.
Yes. Okay, so but you do like this one a lot. Looks like it's something called it a 700.
Yes.
700 series or something.
Yeah, but that's not that would be a 700.
And then what size engine did they put on that one? What kind of motor?
Well,
size?
I think it was a 4-horse, but he's got a 5 on this.
Yeah, I don't think it popped there. And it was a Tecumseh, a Briggs & Stratton at the time?
Yes.
Motor? All right.
And then one day they called us, Briggs called us, they said they wanted 2 samples to send to them to test. And then they called us to come out there to Milwaukee. And I went with my purchasing agent, and they had this tied to a scale, and they fired it up, and they had a strobe light on it that flashed, and you could just see that engine bouncing all over the place.
Really?
And we went back in their office and talked, and on the way home, my purchasing agent said, we ought to look for a new engine. And about a week later, you got a letter from Briggs, and that was to anyone that used them on a mini bike. They said we don't want to use them anymore.
Really? Because it was jumping? Because it was bobbing around?
Oh, they had, right. And they cut out about 100,000 engines a year. You know, that was with everyone.
That's a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
I can think about it. That's kind of, That's kind of ballsy to stop that. That's a lot of money to give up.
That's right.
you
That's
know?
right.
So
Yeah.
from there you went to Tecumseh?
Yes.
Yeah. Which Tecumseh's, actually the Tecumseh plant that made the motors is like about 25 minutes from my house, Tecumseh,
Oh,
Michigan. It's
yeah.
real close where they made them out. They're not there anymore, but yeah. But so then you guys switched over to Tecumseh, right?
Yeah.
And just stuck with them as the years.
Yes, until the end, until I sold the business.
Still sold it out. Yeah.
Then I sold it to a company, and they moved it to Kalamazoo, and they manufactured it for 6 months, went bankrupt, and then my brother bought it.
Hey, brought it back. Which brother?
Regis.
Regis did, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got it down in Livonia, that's Georgia, and he still manufactures them a little bit, but he's selling all the parts.
All the parts and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, because personally, I love the little mini bike way over there. That little one with the
one.
Clinton. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe because I like the most oldest kind of original, but that's just. But I do like the one behind it too, over there, that brown one.
Yes.
I do like that one too, though. I like all those mini bikes.
Yes, that blue one there looks original.
That's nice looking. That's
Yeah.
a nice looking bike. So that probably came with 4 horsepower on it also, or no? Would that have been with the Clinton?
No, I think that was Briggs and Stratton.
That was a Briggs and
and
Stratton
that would
one.
have been a 2-horse. A 4-horse
4
at
horse.
the maximum. But the guys had always put a bigger engine on it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's.
And they still do it today. I'm meaning that they throw big old monster motors on there.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm old fashioned. I like the old way where the motor fits on their ride, so I can put my feet on the pegs and ride carefully, and hopefully not kill myself.
Well, that's everyone your age.
Yeah, right,
They
right.
all say they just tinker around with it.
Right.
And the young kids go nuts. you
Yeah,
know?
they shove those 212 Predators
Yeah.
and with stage 1, 2, and 3 kits on them and go 60 miles an hour. But hey, to each his own. I love it that the mini bikes are still out there and there's a market, there's a niche. And as much as I like Honda, Suzuki, and Yamaha, I wish it would have stayed out of the mini cycle market for a while to let the mini bikes keep going. But you know, we're trying to build a mini bike ourselves. As I've told you before, frame and produce it. We'll see what happens. I don't know. It's a tough market, and but everybody loves mini bikes still. So anyway, so that's basically, you love that one over there, the little one.
Yeah.
Those are all your favorites.
Well, this is my favorite of the bigger ones.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's just we had everything on it. It handled very good.
Now, do you know how much that would have sold for back in the day? Any idea about?
I think $2.25, $2.50. And the little ones, well, that yellow one we sold for $100 in a kit.
How long do you think it took you to have one of those welded up, to bend it and weld it up, a mini bike frame back then?
Well, it was probably an hour.
Probably an hour or so. Yeah.
You know, between the bending and the.
Yeah. And at first it was in your parents' basement or garage or somebody's?
No, it was in my garage, and we stored the finished mini bikes in my basement. We took them over to my mother and dad's house to have them shipped out. My mother would help them load it onto the truck.
How old were you then?
About 30.
30? Really?
Yeah.
So you're what, 80 what now?
86.
86. He's in such great condition. I'm just hoping when I'm 86 I'm doing the same, because I go up and see Ray at the shop and he's just all over the place. Love the guy because he's got a lot of energy, and he just does. Full of energy, and I love talking to him about mini bikes because he's a wealth of knowledge, and he helps keep it alive, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Anything else you want to say? Anything about bikes or anything from the old day or any of the bikes?
Well, no, this is all just little Indians in this area. And, they'll ask me, well, did you ever think when you were building them that they would be here today? And no.
No way. Yeah.
No, I just worried about selling that one.
That one. Yeah.
And
Well, I kind of think of you guys as like up there in Michigan being like the Henry Fords of the mini bike market. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, Ford had the Ford cars, and that was big, and Kellogg's had the Rice Krispie, not Kellogg's, the Kellogg's brand cereals, and then Little Indian mini bikes was the same thing with Michigan. We had a lot come out of Michigan, and that's really cool. I like that. I like talking with Ray about these bikes. And anything else before we go you want to talk about, Ray?
No, other than I noticed here today, most of our customers have a beard, and they talk about how many they got, but I just wonder, when they're gone, we don't see many young guys in it anymore.
That's true. Yeah. Well, my daughter helps with me, but she's in college now, so she plays lacrosse. She got a scholarship on lacrosse, so we don't get to spend the time right now because she's so busy with school and that. But it's those where you got to hand it down to the younger.
Yes.
Well, they'll do that. So hopefully she'll carry it on too after she gets out of college and has a little more time. But we still ride, and that's what it's about, you know, to keep the young involved. Don't you think so?
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah.
That's a good thing you're saying, because there are a lot of older people here, and we like that. But well, hey Ray, I really thank you, man. People love this, and love Little Indians, and talking and hearing about the industry and that. So, wish you the best, Ray, and another 30, 40 years of life out of this guy.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm just going to live another 25 years.
25 years is that? How's that? That sounds good. Hey, let's go get a picture over there on that other Little Indian, okay? Oh, I see. You can cross right in here. How's that look? Yeah, this one. See now, Cindy had, all right, so what's he got? Brake here?
No, this is a throttle.
Oh, you're kidding me. Okay, so the right hand's a throttle.
Yeah.
We'll loop that back in there, and the left is a brake. I didn't know the throttle, so that's another thing. So that first the throttle's around there like that?
Yeah, well, they didn't have a twist throttle.
All right. About what year did they come out with that happening?
I don't know. We had them make them in Japan, and we got them back, and you saw machining marks on them there.
Yeah.
And after a while, they were selling them, the same ones.
Okay.
Same marks on them.
Okay. Well, yeah, because I'd say if you're getting over rough, that's a little tough on the, you know, running your throttle like that, you know.
Now here, this is a 3/4 diameter.
Yeah.
And we went to 7/8 on the later ones.
On the later ones. Okay. So it's first 3/4 diameter, then they go to 7/8 later on.
Right, and we took and bent this forward a little bit, and then we increased it over the years.
Yeah, because if it goes straight down, that would knife, wouldn't it, when you go to turn? If you didn't have a bend in the bars.
No, but your knees.
Oh, okay. Knees would then hitting on it. Yeah. Well, it's pretty freaking good that he's getting on one of these here at 86 years old, getting on one of these old things. So these tires look like about what they used to be, or no?
No, they were knobby tires. It'd be like this.
Oh, they were the knobbier?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now here, you can see that this is welded on the inside of the frame. Later on, we moved it to the outside.
Okay, so the foot peg was welded on the outside later, on the inside first. For more room, or?
Yes.
Yeah, more leg room?
More room.
All right, that's interesting. That's cool.
Well, you know, it's been a long time since I sat on this.
There you see.
And I know why we made them bigger than everyone else has made them.
But it's like anything else, it evolves, hey?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Now here you can see these. We took a straight piece of steel and cut it around there.
Okay.
And then took a little bit off here.
Yeah.
But then later on, we took.
Did you do a whole tree around it later, or no?
Well, we took this fork and welded it.
Oh, okay.
This is all gas welded. Boy, we welded underneath and on top. But we didn't have an arc welder.
Arc welder or something? Yeah. Who did all the welding?
Well, all three of us.
All three did? Hey, did you have to have insurance back then on that stuff?
No.
Now, good old days, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If somebody tried to jump it off a 12-foot cliff, you weren't responsible for it breaking, right?
No. We only got sued once, and I don't recall. They settled for $1,000 or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Somebody.
But didn't have any lawsuits in those days.
Yeah. Yeah.
But not like they do now.
Not out there. Good. All right. Cool. All right, Ray. This has been perfectly positive. We got a couple pictures on there. We'll put it up on there. It's on video. We'll pop a couple pictures and get it up there for you. And of course, you're still running Allied Leisure Sport.
Yeah, Corp. Yeah.
Yeah. So Allied Leisure. Want to talk to Ray or get some of their little Indian mini bike stuff? Go AlliedLeisureSports.com. And it's always great, Ray. It's always great to see you.
Okay.
See you up at the shop. See you at the swap meet every year. Fantastic guy, interesting stories, and they're all true. Thanks a ton, Ray. Okay. All right. Now hold on a second, because I'm going to have them. I'll shoot a picture.